Arriving at one goal is the starting point to another. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. Art is the most effective mode of communications that exists. We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience. Every great advance in science has issued from a new audacity of imagination. Time and memory are true artists. They remold reality nearer to the heart's desire. The self is not something ready-made, but something in continuous formation through choice of action. Failure is instructive. The person who really thinks learns quite as much from his failures as from his successes. The belief that all genuine education comes about through experience does not mean that all experiences are genuinely or equally educative. We're all instructors to realize that the quality of mental process, not the production of correct answers, is the measure of educative growth. Something hardly less than a revolution in teaching would be worked. To me, faith means not worrying. We only think when we are confronted with problems. Skepticism, the mark and even the pose of the educated mind. Anyone who has begun to think places some portion of the world in jeopardy. Education, therefore, is a process of living and not a preparation for future living. To find out what one is fitted to do and to secure an opportunity to do it is the key to happiness. The good man is the man who, no matter how morally unworthy he has been, is moving to become better. Nature is the mother and the habitat of man, even if sometimes a stepmother and an unfriendly home. Just as a flower which seems beautiful and has color, but no perfume, so are the fruitless words of the man who speaks them but does them not. Such happiness as life is capable of comes from the full participation of all our powers in the endeavor to wrest from each changing situation of experience its own full and unique meaning. No man's credit is as good as his money. Without some goals and some efforts to reach it, no man can live. There's all the difference in the world between having something to say and having to say something. The path of least resistance and least trouble is a mental rot already made. It requires troublesome work to undertake the alternation of old beliefs. We always live at the time we live, and not at some other time, and only by extracting at each present time the full meaning of each present experience are we prepared for doing the same thing in the future. Knowledge falters when imagination clips its wings or fears to use them. Expertness of taste is at once the result and reward of constant exercise of thinking. One lives with so many bad deeds on one's conscience and some good intentions in one's heart. Men's fundamental attitudes toward the world are fixed by the scope and qualities of the activities in which they partake. Legislation is a matter of more or less intelligent improvisation, aiming at palliating conditions by means of patchwork policies. Nature as a whole is a progressive realization of purpose strictly comparable to the realization of purpose in any single plant or animal. Method means that arrangement of subject matter which makes it most effective in use. Never is method something outside of the material. Some experiences are miseducative. Any experience is miseducative that has the effect of arresting or distorting the growth of further experience. A tribe, let us say, is warlike. The successes for which it strives, the achievements upon which it sets store, are connected with fighting and victory. The plea for the predominance of learning to read in early school life, because of the great importance attaching to literature, seems to be a perversion